God's advice today. This message was lovingly prepared to bring peace and guidance to your heart. If it touches you, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. That way, you'll keep receiving uplifting content. Stay with us until the end. We've prepared something special with great care. Discover something life-changing. In the first comment, I left a special prayer and an opportunity that could open doors you never imagined. God said, "Listen to me carefully, my beloved child. What I now say to you is not a simple message, but a divine decree, sealed with the power of my promise and the greatness of my love for you. I know how long you have waited, how many early mornings you were the first to wake, how many nights you were the last to fall asleep, sheltering within you dreams that seemed to sleep and hopes that seemed to fade with time. I saw every tear that fell in silence, every prayer whispered in solitude, every time you chose good even when weariness consumed you. Are you seeking a deep spiritual change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Imagine attracting wealth and abundance in less than a week, while blessings pour over you daily. It all begins with a simple 1-minute prayer. To discover how this technique can transform your reality, click the link in the first comment. Every step you take toward this journey not only benefits you but also supports our channel and the dedicated team that brings this valuable content to you. Don't wait any longer to begin this journey of spiritual and material transformation. Click now to learn more and start your path toward a fuller and more abundant life. None of these moments went unnoticed by my eyes. Remember my word in Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31, "But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." Yes, this is exactly what I am doing with you now. Renewing your strength, restoring your faith, preparing the stage for the fulfillment of the promises I made to your heart. I know you have endured pains you never dared to tell anyone. I know your smile often hid battles only I knew, and your silent sacrifices were many times acts of deep love. Therefore, today I tell you with all the authority of heaven, the time of waiting is coming to an end. What I promised you is no longer distant, it is on its way, and no force in this world can stop my will from being fulfilled in your life. Comment, I trust that God leads me to peace and victory. Beloved son, listen carefully to these words. I did not choose you because you were the strongest, nor because you had the greatest skills. I chose you because I saw in you a faithfulness that few possess. Even when everything around you seemed against you, when voices discouraged you, and when the world seemed to ignore your existence, you remained steadfast. In silence, you kept serving, loving, and waiting. And now, my son, the time you have long awaited has come. The time of reward. I have changed laws, broken invisible chains, and torn down walls that no one saw. I am opening paths before you, doors that no one can close. As it is written in Revelation chapter 3 verse 8, "Behold, I have set before you an open door, and no one can shut it." Yes, today I place before you new opportunities, new seasons, new blessings that will not be taken from you. Comment, I trust in God's love, He is my refuge. I know that many times, in the midst of your journey, among lonely tears and nights of questioning, your soul silently cried out, "Is it really worth continuing?" And even without immediate answers, you chose to remain. You chose to keep loving when your heart was bleeding, to serve when you yourself needed care, and to smile when inside you wanted to give up. Son, I saw it all. I was there when everyone was only looking at the present, but I was seeing the glorious future I was writing for you. What for many was just a routine without value, for me was sincere worship. As my word says in Galatians chapter 6 verse 9, "And let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart." And I tell you today, your harvest time has come. The invisible will now become manifest. What was done with tears will now be gathered with joy. Son, listen well, that dream that seemed buried, that promise that seemed forgotten, will now rise again with double strength. I saw every tear, every sacrifice, and every battle you faced in silence. I know the weight you carried in your chest, the physical and emotional weariness you often hid just not to worry those around you. But today, I declare that the time of restoration has come. As it is written in Isaiah chapter 61 verse 3, "To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness." I myself will exchange your garments of sadness for garments of honor. Every contrary diagnosis, every word of defeat, every unjust accusation, I now undo in the name of my power. The discouragement that tried to silence you will be uprooted. As you hear these words, know that the scenario around you has already begun to change. Situations that were stuck, tied for years, are now being released. Documents that were stalled, decisions waiting for a yes, hearts that were hardened, everything is starting to move in your favor. Papers are being signed, important calls are on the way, and answers that seemed distant are now knocking at your door. And in the middle of this spiritual movement, you will feel a peace that surpasses all understanding. It is not just a passing feeling, it is my spirit testifying inside you that I, the Lord of hosts, am taking care of every detail of your story. That inexplicable peace that comes in the midst of chaos, that is me saying, "Son, everything is under control." Comment, even when I cannot see, God is acting in my favor. I also know how difficult it was to hide your weariness. I know the times you lay down exhausted, with a heavy body and an overwhelmed mind, trying to understand why so much waiting, why so much silence from me. I saw when you got up the next day with a smile on your face, even without wanting to. I saw your strength being renewed by faith, by the certainty that I would not fail you. And now I tell you, every sacrifice you made, every hidden act of love, every silent act of service, were seeds sown before me. And today my decree is honor upon your life. I ask only one thing: remain. Do not give up now. It is very close. Every word you have heard so far carries spiritual codes, keys that are opening doors no man can shut. Stay until the end of this process. Comment, "My perseverance today is the sign of my victory tomorrow." Did you know there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deepest beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It had a profound impact on my life, and we would like to invite you to discover this special practice. When we trust that God wants to act in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each one of us in a unique and wonderful way. Therefore, it is important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you want to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing inspiring and transformative content, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment so you can find out how this technique can also help on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We are very grateful for your trust and support. I am touching the deepest areas of your soul, healing wounds you yourself have already forgotten. I touch the repressed emotions, the hidden disappointments, the pains that have been kept for years. I am restoring what was in ruins, bringing life where there were ashes, lifting what seemed lost. Each sacrifice you made was a seed of faith planted in fertile soil, and now it begins to sprout in a supernatural way. It will not be an ordinary harvest, my son. It will be abundant, unexpected, one of those that confuses those who once doubted you. They will see with their own eyes what I have prepared in secret just to honor you. As my word says in Joel chapter 2 verses 25 and 26, I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten, and you shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, who has dealt wondrously with you. Son, the time has come for me to justify your faith before men. You will no longer need to defend yourself or try to prove your worth. Those who mocked you, those who disbelieved you, those who underestimated you, all will see with their own eyes my work in your life. It will not be by your strength, but by the manifestation of my favor. I am pouring out upon you an uncommon grace, a favor that will open doors from places you least expect. While the world watches your turnaround, many will understand that it was my hand that sustained you through this entire process. Therefore, I now ask for an act of faith. Declare with your mouth that you receive this promise. Share this word with those who also need to hear my voice. Do not withhold what was given to you with so much love. There is a spiritual seal that activates when you move your faith toward what you have heard. Remember, what began as a simple message ends today as a heavenly decree over your life. Before this day ends, you will feel deep within that I, your God, fulfill what I promise. Do not fear, I am with you. Comment, today is the day the heavens decreed my new season. I know, my son, how difficult it has been to carry all of this without losing faith. Often the path feels lonely, fear tries to paralyze you, and others' opinions make you doubt your value and my word. But I see and honor every step of your persistence, every silent moment of faith, and the loyalty you have shown even when no one recognized it. I honor how you supported your family amidst chaos and held tightly to hope when everything seemed to fall apart. Therefore, the blessing I now give you is not just any blessing, but the exact measure of your love and loyalty. Prepare for an unexpected turnaround, for your household's name is written in the book of victories, even before dawn. If you feel this in your spirit, declare it boldly, because this is faith in action, a living covenant between me and your heart. Your story is about to gain a new chapter, written by me, who never abandons his children. It is no coincidence that you are receiving this word now, for the time has come when your faith deeply connects with my voice, and this bond that today activates your heart will make all the difference. Little by little, you will begin to notice how what once seemed heavy and confusing starts to flow with more lightness and clarity. Where there was doubt, a firm direction will arise. Where uncertainty reigned, the light of understanding will dawn. I have been working behind the scenes in your life, putting everything in order, restoring what was broken, and preparing the way for the blessings to come. If you believe this, declare now with confidence, God, I trust in your perfect timing. Just as Elisha saw the heavens open over the dry field, you will also see the impossible become possible before you. What many said was the end, I will transform into a new beginning full of glory and honor that surpasses all you have ever experienced. What I have prepared for you will surprise even yourself, for the emotional burden that imprisoned you is being dissolved by my powerful presence. Your prayer did not fall into the void, it was not forgotten, nor erased. Every word spoken in faith rose to me like a pleasing fragrance, and I gathered them one by one. That's why, If you feel your heart burning as you listen, know that it is the seal of my active presence in your life. This word I give you is not mere comfort, it is a decree of restoration. The time of waiting ends today, and a season of abundant and lasting harvest begins. Those who walked with you, ignoring your worth, will clearly see how much I value even what was hidden from human eyes. Everything you did in silence will be publicly rewarded, and I will lift your story as a living example of my faithfulness. This blessing is personal, tailor-made for you, not because you deserve it through works, but because you never gave up, even when everything seemed against you. The miracle I manifest today carries my name, detailed and full of love to restore and transform your life. Receive it with faith, and if these words resonate in your heart, write and declare, I trust in God's plan. Call to me, and I will answer you, revealing great and mighty things you do not know, as it is written in Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3, Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. This is the time when the invisible becomes visible, when silence turns into the sound of victory. Your silent surrender was not in vain, it opened doors you never imagined could be opened. I am faithful and just to fulfill all my promises, and today your faith is unlocking blessings I have stored for you since eternity. Now, move forward with the confidence that I am with you every step of the way. Do not look back in fear, nor to the sides in doubt, for I am the Lord who sustains and guides you. This new cycle that begins is sealed by my authority and by my unconditional love. You will feel the change in every small detail of your day, and even in the difficulties that may still arise, you will know you are not alone. My mighty hand is upon you, lifting you, renewing you, and preparing you for victory. Trust in me, for I am faithful to fulfill everything I have promised. And always remember, I love you with an everlasting love, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate you from my care and grace. Keep moving forward, because the harvest is coming, and I already see the fruit of your perseverance blooming. You are closer than you imagine, even if the scenery around you still seems ordinary and unchanged. What I am moving in your life started first within you. Inner transformation always precedes external manifestation. Feel the change in the atmosphere. The spiritual environment has already shifted in your favor. The fears that once paralyzed you will become living testimonies of my power. I am rewriting your story with strokes of grace, love, and redemption. The chapters marked by pain will give way to chapters of glory. I am the God who heals memories, who cures the past, and transforms scars into marks of victory. What today still causes you pain will tomorrow be remembered without bitterness, because what I will do in the present will be so intense that it will cover every bitter memory. You will no longer be known for the falls you had, but for the supernatural restoration that only heaven can provide. When I decide to release something, no opposing force can stop it. It is not people's opinions that determine your future, it is my covenant with you. Envy, slanderous tongues, opposition, none of these will prevail against what I have already determined for you. It is written in my book, you were marked to live the extraordinary, even if circumstances say otherwise. When my answer comes, and it is very near, you will understand that all this waiting time was just preparation for what truly matters. What was once confusing will now be clear. There will be no more uncertainty in your decisions, because I am placing peace in the middle of your anxiety. Your mind will be like a calm river, even when external noise tries to destabilize you. Because when my direction comes, it brings stability. You will no longer be guided by fear but by a renewed faith. and that faith will open doors that remained closed for decades. What you thought was lost, I am rescuing now. I remember every seed you planted in tears. I remember the times you served, helped, and loved without expecting anything in return. And know this, I am not unjust to forget your dedication. Now is the time to reap. Connections that come from me are on their way. The right people, resources that were blocked, paths that once seemed closed, everything will align without you needing to chase after it. Favor will come to you like a river flowing into the sea. All this because you remained standing when many gave up. I know there were moments when you thought my silence meant absence, but I want you to know that my silence was always strategy. While you thought nothing was happening, I was preparing the ground, realigning destinies, removing invisible obstacles, and organizing the unseen so that the seen would be perfect. Now the moment of manifestation has arrived. I am not coming just to calm your heart, but to elevate you into the new season I have prepared for you. The new has already begun, even if your natural eyes cannot see it yet. But your spirit feels it. Feels that something has changed. Doors will start to open where before there were only walls. Paths will form before you in an unexplainable way. And when this happens, you will know, it was my hand. The same hand that sustained you through the dark night is now leading you into the light. There will be visible signs, unexpected confirmations, supernatural movements that even the most skeptical will recognize as the work of heaven. Do not fear anymore. The promise was not an illusion. It is about to materialize before your eyes. Everything you did for others, all the care, all the intercession, all the silent help, will be returned to you double. The dedication that no one valued will now be recognized and honored in a surprising way. People who once ignored you will now seek you out. Because I am the God who transforms scenarios, who reverses situations, and who makes what once brought you sadness now become a reason for gratitude. The joy that is coming will be constant, deep, and full of purpose. The time for crying has come to an end. The time to sing, to celebrate, and to live this new cycle has begun. Your health will be restored on all levels, physically, mentally, and emotionally. I am aligning your emotions with my presence. The thoughts that once kept you awake at night are now being silenced. The days that used to feel heavy will become light. Because, my child, you will never carry everything alone again. I am here. This presence that now surrounds you is not a product of your imagination, it is real. Close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and feel, it is my answer. It is not just emotion, it is presence, it is intervention. I am accelerating processes that once seemed stagnant, but this acceleration will happen at the exact rhythm of my will. The promises that seemed frozen will start to be fulfilled one after another, in sequence, like a chain reaction. When I decide to move, nothing can stop me. Not time, not age, not human limitations. I am the same one who opened the Red Sea, and I continue to make ways where no one sees an exit. Your petitions, the ones you made for your home, for your family, for those who are distant from me, are all before my eyes. I even heard what you said in silence, what you only thought with a heavy heart. I have already released the answer. Prepare to see transformation where there is now confusion. Because the same power that changes stories also reaches hearts. Where there was no more hope, I am bringing new life. I will lift the fallen, restore the lost, and give shape to what seemed to have no more solution. This is the time of restoration, honor, and multiplication. Walk confidently, for what I promised is coming to meet you. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.